when there are no jobs, businesses are shutting down, there really isn't a lack. Trust me. There's only the absence of a desire to do tasks that are available to do. I'm going to repeat that. There is no lack. There is only the absence of a desire to do tasks that are available to do. Remember, survival is for the fittest, those who adapt in times of adversity. Sometimes adapting can mean taking on tasks that you would never want to take in times of prosperity. I'm going to give an example. For example, in times of prosperity, I wouldn't think of maybe, cleaning someone's house. Not because there's anything wrong with it. It's just simply because I don't enjoy cleaning houses. It's not my favorite thing to do. I would rather do almost anything else. So that wouldn't be a task that I would enjoy doing. However, if push comes to shove and it's going to put food in my child's mouth and pay my bills, then I'm going to do that task in order to make the money to survive. And so we have to develop a mentality in these tough times when work is hard to find that we are going to be willing, whether we like it or not or enjoy it or not, if push comes to shove and we're up against the wall, we have to be willing to do tasks that will put food on the table in order to survive. So what do you guys think about that mentality? In times of struggle, have you searched for any and every opportunity? Are there things that you would never do? Are you willing to work jobs that you might not like in order to prosper? What are your thoughts on grabbing every opportunity? Corinne?
I have worked in jobs I didn't like in the past. I think that just especially when you don't have experience, so you just have to take whatever is presented to you and just work your way up. Or if you're in a position where, like I had just moved and I just took basically whatever was offered to me, and obviously I'm not going to turn down the opportunity to make money. So I worked there until I was able to find something better, and then I moved on. So I definitely believe in taking every opportunity, especially if you don't have anything going on for yourself at that moment.
Right. I completely agree with that mentality. One of the things that I challenged myself, it was a challenge to myself, and this was after listening to a speech from Bob Proctor where he talked about how he first started making money after living through a long time of serious debt. He started cleaning floors and became a millionaire cleaning floors. And so after listening to his speech, I challenged myself to have the mentality, I'm going to try new things that I might not normally do or that I can't do right now, or teach myself to do them so that I can have that mentality of being willing to grab onto every opportunity. I recently learned how to paint a room. Never painted a room in my life. I know how to paint one now. Why did I do that? Because I'm willing to grab every opportunity to learn a new skill in order to take the chance to make some money. Tawanda, what about you?
I do that because when I think about life, I've always done what I had to do to be able to live. I was 14 years old, and where I'm from in South Carolina, we used to, people may not be familiar with this, we used to work in the tobacco field. I didn't do it too long, but guess what? I did it. And then when I was about, I think, 15 or 16, I worked at a hotel in housekeeping. I got fired like 2 weeks later, but I still attempted to do the job. And I'm always willing to do whatever I have to. It doesn't matter. Like sometimes people may say, well, you know what? I remember one time I was looking for a new job. I was in between jobs or something, and I ended up getting a job at a convenience store. And my dad said, girl, you're a college graduate. You're working at a convenience store? He was so embarrassed. And I said, I need money. I need a check. I don't even care. And that's how I am. I don't care. I don't care about status quo. I don't care about degrees. I need to be able to make sure that I make money so I can be able to live. So as long as it's legal, as long as it's ethical, and I need to do it, you better believe I'm going to do it.
There you go. And I think that that's how, especially how you were saying the other day, how we need to have that mindset in order to secure the bag and be boss chicks. A boss chick is willing to learn the skills that she needs and do what tasks she needs to do to not just survive,
yes,
but
absolutely.
Yep. So 9 is level up. We need to level up. And you do this by seeking out mentors, people who are on the level that you're aspiring to be, and people who are working toward higher goals. Now, what are the ways that you can level up? Do you seek out people who are on the level that you aspire to be? Do you seek out people who will encourage you? Do you seek out people who will encourage you and are working toward higher goals? Corinne, you go first.
I actually seek out like-minded people. So it doesn't necessarily mean that you have to be in a stature that's above me. It doesn't hurt to have people in your circle that are above you so that you can see that it is to that level. But I'm more concerned about people that are like-minded.
When you find these people, do you learn from them, or do you guys have like interactive experiences where you're teaching each other, you encourage each other? What is that interaction like?
Typically, I definitely want to be around people that I can learn from as well. I mean, I'm always open to teach anyone anything that I may know of that could be beneficial to them. But yeah, I definitely can learn something every day from anyone.
What about you, Tawanda?
I definitely ditto what she said. Leveling up is definitely mandatory and non-negotiable. I learn from everything and everyone. I tell people all the time, I am a sponge, literally. So I'm all about positivity, good associations. I'm all about smart people. Yes, absolutely. Leveling up, learning, growing, feeding my mind daily, all that. Yes, ma'am.
There you go. I think that is so important, because the people who you surround yourself with are what you are going to mirror, right? Because birds of a feather flock together. We know that saying very well. If you surround yourself with people who are on a low level, whatever it is, they're doing drugs, or maybe they're just negative. Maybe they're not doing drugs. Maybe they're just negative and they see only the negative side of life. Guess what? Pretty soon your mentality is going to be negative, right? Pretty soon all you're going to see is the bad side of life. Why? Because that's all you're hearing. What you are around is what you will start to mirror. And what you are inside is what you will attract to you. That's something that we need to keep in mind. It's called the law of attraction. This is something else that Bob Proctor talks about in his speech. And if you guys ever have the chance to listen to him, I highly recommend him. His law of attraction is seriously deep. What you have inside of you and in your thoughts is what you are going to attract to you. Thoughts become things. So we have to be very, very careful what we're thinking. We have to be very, very careful who we are around and what we are attracting to us, what we surround ourselves with. We have to be careful with that. Number 10 is a repeat. Pay yourself first. And this is a repeat because it is so extremely important. You need to pay yourself first. Whether you are able to put $5, like Corinne said, or $100, that's a whole lot of money in some cases, especially if you're taking out a percentage of what you make. But whether it's $1, $5, $10, $100, whatever it is, you need to set that aside, because if you want to get ahead, you need to be able to have money to invest in things, or whatever it is, a product, an idea, a business, an investment, whatever it is, you need to be able to have the money to do that in order to get ahead financially. So I'm going to open up the floor to you guys if you have any other thoughts that you would like to add to that.
I just want to say, the different questions that you asked me, this is Tawanda, it's always good for me to talk to other smart people, to think about stuff, and just really confirmations of things that I'm already doing. And I know a lot of times when you share information, you have the facts and the statistics, and I'm like, okay, I'm on the right path. I'm making progress. And then more importantly, Kay, to be able to network and mastermind with other women that's on the move, that is a breath of fresh air. So I just want to say thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. And I just want to say thank you to both of you guys and to all the girlfriends who listen in, because you guys have been an encouragement to me. And the two of you especially, you guys help me level up. You guys pretty much keep me accountable to and so I want to thank you guys too.
Thank
all
you.
Right. Yeah. Everyone, pretty much that is all for tonight. I want to appreciate you all who dialed in, and I appreciate our listeners. I want to turn things temporarily over to Corinne for any announcements.
Only announcements that I have is to please follow us on all our social media platforms, and make sure to share this podcast with anyone that you know. Again, we're on Spotify, Anchor, we're on iTunes or Apple Podcasts. We're on a number of platforms, and look out for any updates.
Awesome. So please tune in with us again tomorrow. We will be discussing another awesome topic. Again, I am Kay, and until next time, stay safe.